Welcome back. Today we're going to talk about levels of government. Most of the time when we think of the government, we think of the federal government. But the federal government's job is really just to get a bunch of individual states to somehow work together. And most of the government we experience in our day-to-day lives comes from state governments. Federalism is the principle that the federal government should make certain decisions, but the state and even local, like city and town governments, should make the decisions for people on a day-to-day basis. Think of it like this. Imagine the United States as a school. The principal might be seen as the federal government. They make certain rules for the entire school as a whole, and the whole school must follow those rules. But the principal doesn't always know what each individual class needs, so they leave it up to classes to make their own rules. However, those rules can't break the rules of the school. But as long as the teacher follows the rules of the school, they're free to make certain rules and have certain controls in their individual classrooms. Of course, unlike a school, we elect our leaders, and that means we're not always stuck with rules we don't like or disagree. Now that we have a better understanding of federalism, we're going to turn to our assignment for Day 8, Levels of Government. Now, you have various documents here that I'd like you to look at and gather information from, with the goal of filling out levels of government. Now, federalism divides the powers of government between the federal government and the state government. But we're going to be looking at the state government of Texas today, not the federal government. And it has its own way of dividing powers. This is the Texas State Capitol building, where our laws are made in Austin. But even though Austin has central authority over Texas, there's also regional and local governments. This includes the county, the city, and even the independent school districts like HISD. So there are a number of documents for today's assignment. The one circled in red is the matrix. That's where you're going to add information, and you're going to take this information from the other documents you see on this page. I am going to show you how to do one of the documents, school district, and we are going to add that information into the matrix. Then you're going to do the rest on your own. So looking at this slide, on the right we have our matrix with our list of levels of government. And on the left side we have our reading. In this case it is on special district, a school district in particular. The first column asks for the function. And our document is on the school district. So I'm going to read special district, school district, to see if I can figure out the function or purpose of a school district. State lawmakers can create special districts. These local governments perform a specific function. Among the best known types of special district is the independent school district. There are more than 1,000 of these in Texas. School districts exist for the purpose of educating students. The purpose of educating students. That must be its function. Now that I know its function, I can add it to the correct column and row. The school district's function is to educate students. Our next column tells us to look for leaders and officials. A board of elected members, called a school board, oversees the district's public school. Oversees. If someone oversees someone else, they are in charge of them. That means the leaders must be the school board. I'm going to add that to the second column. Schools are led by an elected school board. Now let's look at our third column. Sources of revenue. Revenue, money. How do schools get their money? The board sets salaries, maintains school buildings, and makes school policy. School districts are funded by property taxes and bonds. They also receive money from the federal government. Funded by property taxes and bonds. That's where they get their money. But they also get money from the federal and state governments. That's my answer. Schools are funded through property taxes and bonds and get money from the government. Now we've reached the last column. All we have to do for this is to sketch this type of government. I'm pretty sure I know how to draw a school. But you know, technology being what it is, it's not always easy to draw on the computer. So I will accept this if you copy and paste a school or picture of a school into this column. Using the other three documents, you're going to do the exact same thing for the other forms of state and local government. Look at the document's state level, county level, and municipal levels, and fill in the correct column with the correct information. The exact same way I just did.